What's up, you guys? You're back with Spillin' Tea with Chris G, and tonight we're going over Basketball Wives LA. Their season is back, and we're on to the first episode. And then, of course, I got that hot tea for you after, so stay tuned. So, of course, you guys know I'm going to go ahead and go over my top five highlights of the evening. And my first highlight goes to Jackie Christie. Now, Jackie Christie is returning again to the Basketball Wives LA season, which I love. I like Jackie, and this season, she looks like she got a stylist because Homegirl is looking real good. Shawnee O'Neal is looking really good as well. And them two have met together to have some lunch and just to kind of catch up on some things. Now, Doug Christie, Jackie's husband, has been offered a coaching position, so he will be in Reno and away from Jackie. And Jackie is not too fond of that. Jackie is like, he has a high sex drive. What is he going to do? What am I going to do about the situation? And should I give up on my career and the things that I'm doing? And Shawnee is like, well, he is a plane right away. But Jackie was letting us know that she does what she calls the ball check to see how heavy his balls are from time to time when she is away. I wonder, is Jackie bringing out the scale, the Trap Queen scale, and saying, okay, this is what it weighed when I left and this is what it weighed when I came back? Just kind of makes me wonder, but that's how she keeps Doug in check. And Shawnee, of course, is, encouraging her to let him go, let him kind of do his own thing. So we'll see how that goes. On to the next number two highlight. So for the second season, Angel Brinks is back. She has brought along her friend by the name of Angel Loves. So now we got two angels. We got Angel B and Angel L. Angel B is moving on from her own relationship while Angel L is taking a relationship break. Now, Angel Brinks thinks that maybe it's not a good idea for her to do that because it could bring division amongst her and her relationship already with Duan, who plays on the Washington Wizards. But Angel L is kind of like, well, you know what? I kind of need my own time and space. So we'll see what happens with those two. And for my third highlight, it goes to Tammy. Tammy is back this season and she brought along her boyfriend, Reggie. They've been together for quite some time and they are trying to conceive a baby. Now, Tammy did admit that they did have about 3 miscarriages, but they are still actively trying to conceive. And in the meantime, Tammy had met up with Shawnee. Shawnee had came over to Tammy's house while Tammy was kind of getting everything straightened out in her new place. And Tammy told Shawnee that Brandi basically owes her an apology. Now, Shawnee did say that Brandi had apologized several times, but it seems like they kind of are going back and forth with it. So, maybe they'll work it out. And for my fourth highlight of the evening, it goes to Malaysia. Now, Malaysia has met up with Jackie twice this episode. The first time she met up with her was earlier in the day, and they kind of were just talking about how life was going. And of course, Jackie is back to her messy self asking Malaysia about Angel Brinks. Now, Angel Brinks and Malaysia had a situation where they were kind of beefing about a dress situation. So, of course, Malaysia's like, I don't even talk to her. But they did meet up for drinks later on in the evening, and Malaysia had brought out her surprise, which was Brandi. So Jackie had earlier said that she was going to hook her up with somebody. So when they were out for drinks with Brandi, she had came on the scene, and of course Jackie was loving her new style. Jackie was telling Malaysia about the new person that she kind of wanted to introduce to her. Now, Jackie was like, he's dark chocolate, he's handsome, but he might go both ways. And Malaysia was like, what? She was like, well, I'm dating a white guy right now. But this dark chocolate person that Jackie wants to hook Malaysia up with, she's like, yeah, everybody does it nowadays. They kind of go both ways. And Malaysia's like, I don't know everybody who do all that. I think that was kind of like a bad idea. And Brandi agreed, no, let's go ahead and stick to what she's doing right now. Um, so Jackie, of course, asked Brandi, has she spoken to Shawnee? Shawnee was kind of, again, talking about their beef earlier, and Brandi was saying they're still kind of beefing. So I don't know, whatever. On to my top five highlight. So I mentioned from my last highlight that Jackie had met up with Malaysia and Malaysia had brought along Brandi. Well, Brandi is back. She had moved from Dallas and she's back in LA. And she also brought along her friend DJ Duffy, who's been traveling back and forth from LA to Dallas, making moves, doing music. Brandi was kind of nervous to come back to LA, but DJ Duffy was like, why would you be nervous to come back to LA and have one woman steer you out of there? Just go back. And that's what she did. So Malaysia had met up with Brandi and Duffy because Brandi kind of wanted to introduce them to each other. Brandi considers Duffy as a real sister to her, but Malaysia seemed like she was like jealous. She wasn't really feeling it. She kind of gave Duffy the cold shoulder. She didn't give her a hug or anything. She just was like, hi, how you doing, and sat down. So then they were kind of talking about certain things, and Malaysia asked Brandi, is she still with Jason? And Brandi stated that no, we're not together. We're being separated because he's kind of back to doing his own thing again, and I want to be treated a certain way. And Malaysia didn't agree with Brandi. She was saying that basically Brandi was being stubborn and not letting Jason work out the relationship. Both Brandi and Duffy disagreed with Malaysia. And then next up, they started talking about the welcome party that Brandi wanted to throw for Duffy. And of course, Malaysia's like, well, who's going to be there? So Brandi kind of was talking about the people that were going to be there. And she was like, well, basically, it sounds like an event that I'm going to be looking at a whole bunch of people I don't like. So Duffy again was like, man, why are we even inviting this chick? She don't even want to be there. So kind of off to a bad start between Duffy and Malaysia at this time. So I don't know. They might be getting into it kind of after this episode. Anyways, let's go ahead and start spilling that hot tea for you guys coming up next. So for my hot tea moment of the evening goes to Tammy. She is dropping some knowledge for you guys on her Instagram. Now, if you haven't been on there, make sure you check out the Bonnet Chronicles, where she wears all these cool colored bonnets, which I wear as well, so I can relate because you got to keep the edges intact, got to keep them intact. But she is dropping some knowledge for y'all about business, friendships, relationships, and more. So you got to make sure you check her out. And then Shawnee is also making some really big moves. She is taking over the 10 o'clock spot with Shawnee's Home Court, which is another reality show showing her and her 5 children. So make sure you guys check that out as well. That is Spilling Tea with Chris G. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.